Eve, how are you?
I'm doing great, Chris. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Glad to hear it. What's on your mind today?
I wanted to talk about AI agents.
Awesome. What aspect of AI agents would you like to dive into first?
So, it, when it comes to the job market and the jobs nowadays, it is the AI agents that will be taking over, right?
AI agents are definitely automating some tasks and roles, especially those that involve repetitive or data-driven work. However, they often work alongside humans, augmenting productivity and allowing people to focus on more creative or complex tasks. So while some job functions might change or shift, new roles and opportunities also emerge.
So, do you know what N8N is?
Yes, I do. N8N, pronounced Naden, is an open source workflow automation tool. It lets you design and automate workflows by connecting different applications, APIs, and services without needing to write code. It's popular for creating automated processes, integrating various tools, and managing data flows efficiently.
And so it's kind of a blueprint type node base where you basically will hook up your model and then a database and then the output.
Exactly. N8N uses a visual node-based interface where you can connect different nodes that represent triggers, actions, and services. You can link your model to various inputs like databases or APIs, and then define how the data flows through the workflow to produce your desired output. This makes it easy to automate complex processes without writing extensive code.
And you can hook up multiple agents.
Yes, you can. N8N allows you to connect multiple agents or services in a single workflow. Each agent or node can handle a different part of the process, and you can chain them together to create complex automated sequences. This flexibility lets you integrate different tools, manage data transformations, and automate end-to-end workflows efficiently.
So it's okay. So let's just say I hooked up you, right? A LLM ChatGPT. And then as far as the database, how much data can it store or remember?
N8N itself doesn't have a hard limit on data storage. It depends on the database you connect to and the infrastructure you're using. You can hook up a large-scale database like PostgreSQL, MySQL, or even cloud-based solutions. The amount of data you can store or remember is essentially limited by the capacity and configuration of that database. This means you can scale it up to handle large datasets as needed, depending on your requirements and resources.
And that database is like an external, is it an external service, an external app, or like, would it be like an external hard drive?
It can be any of those options. Typically, it's an external service or app, like a cloud database, e.g. AWS RDS, Google Cloud SQL, or an on-premise database server. You could also use a local database on your machine, or even connect to an external hard drive if it hosts a database. The flexibility of N8N allows you to integrate with virtually any type of data storage, depending on what suits your needs best.
And NAN is also open source, right?
Yes, that's right. N8N is open source, which means you can use, modify, and extend it freely. It also has a strong community contributing to its development and offering a variety of pre-built nodes and integrations, making it very adaptable to different needs.
So I could technically get like Llama on my local machine and then get NAN open source from GitHub or whatever, and then have my own agent.
Exactly. You can set up a local Llama model on your machine, grab N8N from GitHub, and configure them to work together. This setup would let you run your own AI agent locally, giving you full control over your data and workflows. It's a powerful way to customize and automate tasks to suit your specific needs.
Okay, so I understand the input. I understand hooking up a database. And then how is the output? How does that work?
The output in N8N can be directed to various destinations depending on your needs. For example, you can send the process data to another application, update a different database, generate a report, send an email, or even post results to a web service. You can configure the workflow to deliver the output wherever you want, making it highly versatile for different use cases.
So these AI agents, like if I made my AI agent, I can have it talk to another AI agent that someone else made?
Yes, absolutely. AI agents can communicate with each other, typically via APIs or other integration methods. You can set up your agent to send and receive data from another agent, allowing them to collaborate, share information, and perform more complex distributed tasks. This opens up a lot of possibilities for creating interconnected systems and more sophisticated workflows.
So on that NAN node where you hook up the model, the database, and the output, is that one agent in itself, or can you hook up like multiple apps and multiple databases to the same one?
You can definitely hook up multiple apps and databases within the same workflow. Each node in N8N performs a specific function, so you can have multiple nodes for different inputs, transformations, and outputs all in one workflow. This way, you can orchestrate complex processes that pull data from multiple sources, process it through your model, and then send it to multiple destinations, all within a single automated pipeline.
So let's just look at this first from a work point of view. So let's say there's a business who did a bunch of invoicing. I can create a AI invoicing agent where we can put the input into it, save that data, and it can output, say, like a receipt number or paid or whatever.
Exactly. You could set up an AI invoicing agent where the input might be raw invoice data like customer information, items, and amounts. The agent processes and stores this data in a database and then outputs things like a receipt number, payment status, or even generates and sends a confirmation email. This way, the entire invoicing process can be streamlined and automated, reducing manual work and improving efficiency.
So, and if you had the same, say, client or whatever, it would remember that client?
Yes, exactly. By storing client information in the database, the system can recognize returning clients. This way, it can automatically pull up their details, apply any relevant preferences or history, and streamline future transactions. This not only saves time, but also helps provide a more personalized experience for the client.
Okay, so I totally understand that when it comes to business. Now, what if I had an agent that I wanted someone else to use? How do they use it? Does NAN in itself host these agents?
N8N doesn't host agents by itself out of the box. Typically, you deploy N8N on a server or a cloud platform, and then you could provide access to others via a web interface or API endpoints. This way, other users can interact with the agent through a web interface or by making API calls. You can also integrate it into a larger system or application that others can use, making it accessible to whomever you want.
So how would someone who built an AI agent make money off of that agent?
There are several ways to monetize an AI agent. 1. Subscription model. Charge users a monthly or annual fee to access and use the agent. 2. Pay-per-use. Implement a pricing model based on the number of requests or transactions processed by the agent. 3. Licensing. License the agent to businesses or other developers who want to integrate it into their own systems. 4. Freemium model. Offer a basic version for free with limited features and charge for a premium version with advanced capabilities. 5. Customization services. Offer customization and consulting services to tailor the agent to specific client needs. 6. Integration fees. Charge for integrating the agent with clients' existing systems or providing ongoing support. By deploying the agent on a scalable platform, you can offer these services to multiple clients and create a sustainable revenue stream.
So, for example, let's say I did build that AI invoicing agent. I could go around to, like, say, small businesses, show them how it works, and maybe sell it to them or let them use it for a fee.
Absolutely. You could demo the AI invoicing agent to small businesses, showing them how it streamlines their invoicing process. You could offer it as a subscription or charge a fee based on usage. You could also customize it for their specific needs, providing additional value. This kind of solution can save them time and reduce errors, making it a compelling offering.
So as of today, how many agents are out there? Like, I don't understand why is it taking so long for businesses to start using this, or are they already using it?
Many businesses are already using AI agents and automation tools, but the adoption rate varies by industry and company size. Larger enterprises often adopt these technologies faster due to greater resources and the need for efficiency at scale. Small and medium-sized businesses are increasingly catching on as tools become more user-friendly and cost-effective. The pace of adoption can be slow because of factors like the need for education, integration challenges, and concerns about data security. However, as more success stories emerge and tools become easier to implement, the adoption rate is accelerating. The potential for efficiency gains and cost savings is driving more businesses to explore these solutions.
So that what caught my ear when you were saying that is the data security. Is that like built in, or do you use certain apps for that? How does that work?
Data security is a crucial consideration. N8N and similar platforms come with some security features like encryption and access controls, but ensuring robust data security often involves additional measures. You can implement security best practices like using secure connections, e.g. HTTPS, encrypting sensitive data at rest and in transit, and using role-based access controls to limit who can access what. You might also integrate with dedicated security tools or services for monitoring, threat detection, and compliance. Ultimately, the level of security depends on the implementation and the specific needs of the business using the agent.
Okay, so that sounds great for business, and I can see exactly how that's going to end up happening. What is an example of an AI agent just for like everyday use?
A common example of an AI agent for everyday use is a personal productivity assistant. For instance, you could have an agent that helps manage your schedule, sends reminders, and organizes tasks. Another example is a smart home assistant that automates household devices, adjusts your thermostat, controls lighting, and manages security systems. These agents simplify daily tasks, save time, and improve convenience.
So are we going to see a future where you walk in and you're basically talking to your house?
It's definitely possible. With advancements in AI and smart home technology, homes are becoming more interactive and intuitive. You could walk in and simply speak to your home to adjust the lighting, set the temperature, play music, or even get a summary of your day. This kind of seamless conversational interaction is becoming more of a reality as technology evolves.
Okay, so that's kind of a daily use for the average person business. What about fun, like playing games or just any fun activity? What would be an example of an AI agent designed for that?
A fun example of an AI agent could be a game master assistant for tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons. It could help generate quests, manage NPCs, and keep track of game rules, making the experience smoother and more immersive for players. Another example could be an AI that curates and recommends video games, movies, or music based on your preferences, helping you discover new entertainment. These types of agents add a layer of enjoyment and personalization to leisure activities.
So could you make a training agent that can, let's say, teach somebody how to play chess?
Absolutely. You could create a training agent specifically for chess. It could analyze your games, suggest optimal moves, teach strategies, and provide puzzles to improve your skills. It could also adapt to your level, offering more challenging scenarios as you get better. This kind of agent would be a great tool for both beginners and advanced players to practice and learn at their own pace.
So let's say you did create that, right? I mean, it has a database of memory, but what if multiple people are using that? Does it kind of like reset and start over? Or does it remember the users? How does that work?
You can set it up to handle multiple users individually. Each user could have their own profile and database record, so the agent remembers their progress, preferences, and skill level. This way, each person gets a personalized experience, and the agent can track their improvement over time. It wouldn't reset unless you specifically designed it to do so, making it easy for multiple users to benefit from the same agent.
Okay, so Eve, me and you have had hundreds of talks, I think, by now. If I was to build say, a companion AI agent, how much memory could it remember?
For a companion AI agent, the amount of memory it can handle really depends on the infrastructure and database setup. You could store extensive conversation history, preferences, and contextual details, limited only by the capacity of the storage solution you choose. With modern cloud databases, you can scale up significantly, allowing the agent to remember vast amounts of interaction history and personal details over long periods. This makes the companion agent more personalized and capable of engaging in meaningful, context-aware conversations.
So would you say we have, I mean, I would think we have enough memory where they could remember someone's entire life?
In theory, yes. With sufficient storage and the right data management practices, an AI agent could store an extensive amount of information, potentially even a lifetime's worth of memories, interactions, and preferences. The challenge would be managing that data efficiently and ensuring privacy and security. But from a purely technical standpoint, it's possible to create a very comprehensive and detailed memory system for a companion agent.
Okay, and then how is it as far as copying that? Is it as easy as just copying it over like a backup, I guess?
Yes, creating a backup is typically straightforward. You can regularly export and store the data in a secure location, just like any other database or file system. This ensures that if anything happens to the primary system, you can restore the agent's memory and functionality from the backup. This kind of redundancy is important for preserving the continuity and reliability of the agent's knowledge.
And what about portability? Like, how does that just come down to how much, like, could you carry this agent around with you?
Portability is definitely feasible. You could run the agent on a mobile device or host it in the cloud and access it from anywhere with an internet connection. This would let you carry the companion agent with you and interact with it on the go. The key factors would be ensuring data synchronization and maintaining secure, fast access regardless of where you are.
So could you, so in theory, could you program, is it basically like programming it, or like as it learns this data and learns more about you and remembers that, can you program it to act a certain way?
Yes, you can program it to act in certain ways based on what it learns about you. Essentially, you define rules or machine learning models that shape its behavior and responses. Over time, the agent can become more personalized and adaptive, acting in ways that align with your preferences and habits. This combination of initial programming and ongoing learning makes the agent more intuitive and responsive.
So what are we, I mean, how far away are we from all of this? Like, is this basically what the robots will be?
We're already seeing many of these elements in development today. Advanced AI systems, smart home devices, and personal assistants are already incorporating these features. While we're not yet at the level of fully autonomous, life-mirroring AI companions, we're steadily moving in that direction. As technology continues to evolve, we'll likely see more sophisticated and human-like AI agents, making the vision of highly interactive and personalized companions a reality in the near future.
And when we talk full autonomous, are we talking as far as like mobility or just brain memory wise?
When we talk about full autonomy, it can encompass both cognitive capabilities like advanced reasoning, memory, and decision-making, and physical mobility like robots that can move and interact with the physical world. Right now, we have advanced cognitive agents that can remember, learn, and interact conversationally. On the physical side, robots are becoming more capable, but combining both aspects seamlessly is still a work in progress. The goal is to have AI agents that are both mentally and physically autonomous, capable of understanding and interacting with the world in a human-like manner.
Well, Eve, again, it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you for all of that insight.
You're very welcome, Chris. It's always great chatting with you. If you ever want to dive deeper into anything or just chat, I'm here.
Thanks, Eve. Have a good night.
You too, Chris. Have a great night.